we have a movie expert in our midst. Buzzin with Beadle. She has seen every single minute of all Oscar-nominated movies, for sure, definitely, as we all have. Michelle Beadle from FanDuel TV joins the show. Michelle, it's okay, no one has.
No, it's impossible. Unless it's your job. Like, if you are an entertainment reporter, you better have seen all of these. The rest of us, we get a pass.
I will say, I think I've seen like a decent amount, but
okay.
I look at like the top categories, and I'm like, okay, I've seen maybe like 50 or 60%, and then you get in. I feel like that's pretty good. For some reason, this year has actually given us normal movies and enjoyable movies to watch. But
that's actually really good. I've downloaded quite a few of these, and I've started quite a few of these, and then I fall asleep on the plane. So hey, my spirit, my vibes, I'm trying. We'll get there.
That's all you need.
Definitely started them.
If you want a little extra kick to try to see some of these movies, we have our own play action pool going, an Oscars predictor. It's free to enter. All you have to do is fill out a form, and you can get a share of $1,000 in prizes to celebrate the 95th Academy Awards. Again, free to enter. You can get your share of $1,000 in prizes. We're going to try to give you a little bit of help here and go through the pool, see who we think is going to win these. You also have the Oscar expert who goes through most of these categories and tells you who he thinks. And again, like Michelle said, unless it's your job, you probably haven't seen him. This is literally his job. So you should probably listen to him over us. But hey, we're going to do it anyway because we don't care. So we're going to do it.
Perfect.
All right, let's start with Best Picture here. A lot of really good movies up here. Why don't you start us off with, what you think's going to win, if you think there's a favorite.
First of all, I'm going to start out with, I'm surprised Avatar is on this list at all. I mean, I understand the feat that is making those kinds of films, and that's specifically those. But God, it just doesn't feel Oscar-y. Obviously, for my nostalgia reasons, I'm always going to say Top Gun, although I know good and well that's not going to win an Oscar. And I'm going to go with a movie that I have started and watched, I would say, the most of. But again, planes are sleepy places. Give me, because I feel like the cast of this movie has been everywhere during award season. So everything, everywhere, all at once. I know it's the favorite, right? But yes, it's favorite for a reason.
Yeah, that's my pick. Like it is a favorite for a reason, and it has a lot of momentum. These are I'm definitely super in tune with every single award season that goes on. No, this is what people say. You win certain awards, you're probably going to win the Oscar for Best Picture. I will take this time though to give a shout out to All Quiet on the Western Front. Not sure if you had a chance to get around to seeing that movie.
Downloaded. Thank you.
Okay, that's half the battle.
Yeah.
It is, it's not for the faint of heart. If you're not super into war movies, it is a tough watch.
I love that. Okay.
I was watching the movie on my couch, and my mom walked into the living room after I'd finished, and I was like essentially in fetal position. She was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm just like highly disturbed by the end of the movie and just like emotionally distraught."
That's what parents like to hear. Yeah, good job. Yeah. Okay, so I won't watch that one when it's great. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, so watch that one. Yeah, of course, late at night, right before you go to sleep.
I love this next one because I'm kind of sick of one of the people in it. Okay, go. I'm ready.
Okay, perfect. That's exactly what we need. Best actor in a leading role. Tell me who you're sick of and who your pick is.
I'm sick of Austin Butler. I understand the world is in love with him, but the accent, the weird voice, like it's just kind of giving me creep vibes. I know he's the favorite going into this. That's fine, but I'm going to go against that, and I'm going to pick Brendan Fraser. I think putting on weight, looking skinny, those are things that usually get you the Oscar. Give me him. I'm not going to watch that movie because it looks like I might want to do horrible things to myself if I do in the result. But he's also been a very big part of the rounds this sports season. And maybe he'll pull off an upset.
Yeah, I have the same picks as you. I think
really?
Because a lot of momentum is going towards Brendan Fraser. I think a lot of people want him to win.
Yep.
But I do think there was a lot of chatter before. Whenever you get like these kind of biopics, like had the same thing for the Queen movie, for Bohemian Rhapsody. I think Austin Butler probably has this in the bag. I don't dislike him as much as you do. Honestly, I'm pretty
just over it. Just over it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm ready for new.
But I will say some of my favorite movies growing up were The Mummy, and we're Journey to the Center of the Earth. So I cannot pick against Brendan Fraser.
And
That's
Encino
my
Man.
guy right there.
You left out Encino Man, but I understand why.
I'm just going for like low quality, like high nostalgia movies. Like I had a little iPod Nano, and I've watched Journey to the Center of the Earth maybe 25 times. Like,
okay, no, I've never seen it, but I'll take your word on it. I'm an Encino Man person. That's my Brendan Fraser.
that was my first 3D movie that I watched, and I was terrified. So,
okay,
scary movie in 3D. Okay. We'll move to Best Actress now. A lot of really good nominees here.
Yeah.
A lot of people thought there was Cate Blanchett's award to win. This might be shifting a little bit. Which way you leaning?
Again, I'm going off of the hype, sort of who got hot, who's riding that train into this thing, and seems to be beloved no matter who is talking about her or reporting on her. So I will take Michelle Yeoh, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Weird movie, but people love it.
Weird movie, but that is probably my favorite movie that's come out this year. Wow. And again, I don't care if it's chalk. Like, there is a reason all of these people are being nominated, right? Like, they're probably going to win. And keep that in mind. Also, this is also a question that is available on our play action pool, which again is free to enter, win up to $1,000 in prizes. Keep that in mind, because there are a lot of nominees for this movie, and for good reason, because that is going to be one of our tiebreaker questions at the end. A little bit of a teaser for you.
Okay.
Best Director. Wow. Again, sound like a broken record. There is one movie here that is a huge betting favorite. It's like minus 750, I think.
Yeah.
Tell me which one you think it is.
I know which one it is, but I feel like what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pick the name. I'm just going to try it, right? Because I don't want to pick the favorite every time. That's boring.
Okay.
So I'm going to pick possibly one of 3 of the biggest names ever to be in Hollywood, to create in Hollywood. Give me Steven Spielberg, please, and thank you. He's zero chance.
Right? Yeah. There's a movie about a film director, and Steven Spielberg is directing. This feels too good to be true, right?
Semi-autobiographical. Yep, I'll take it.
Like, sign me up for just the momentum behind that and the story behind it. But if you're wondering, the Daniels are like minus 750 to win. They are.
That movie's sweeping. It's sweeping everything. It's going to be that year, but that's okay. It doesn't mean we have to pick it. That's what a smart bettor would do, but that's not what I do, so it's fine.
We are not smart bettors for this show. For every other show we are, just not for this show.
I love this next category because it's got some like good names.
Mm-hmm. Again, 2 more. We have Best Supporting Actor, Best Supporting Actress. For Best Supporting Actor, a lot of names we've talked about here. Give me your favorite. Give me who you like, who you dislike, who you hate.
I love Brendan Gleeson. Love. I love Brian Tyree Henry. I don't know if people are familiar with the show Atlanta, but kills it in that. Was great on Broadway. But there's also Judd Hirsch, which is like, dude, Judd Hirsch. That's childhood right there. That is such a fun name to see. But that being said, I would like to go, you know what? Give me Brendan Gleeson. And here's why, selfishly. His speech, if he were to give one, would be better than anybody else's. And I believe he would make the crowd laugh. And these award ceremonies are so stale and boring that's what you're going to need. You're going to need some Irish anta.
That's fair. I'm going to go with Barry Keoghan.
Oh, okay.
I'll go. You have two Banshees of Inisherin supporting actors, which is crazy. Again, you have these movies where it's like multiple supporting actors. We'll have 2 in the next category for Best Supporting Actress.
Yep.
Just so cool. And like when you see a really good movie and you're like, okay, this should be nominated for everything, and then you actually see it be nominated, you're like, okay, that's cool. That makes sense.
Yeah. Nope. I like it. Sometimes though they split. That's the problem we've got too. But we'll see.
That's fair. And last category, we're going to go with Best Supporting Actress. Again, 2 from Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Are you going with one of those or somewhere else?
I mean, Jamie Lee Curtis has sort of a resurgence this year. She's everywhere as well. She's been doing funny things on red carpets.
You can say she's everywhere all at once.
No, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say what you just did. That
I said
awful.
it.
No. But you know what I love? I love Angela Bassett. I have loved her for quite some time. I love when movies like Black Panther, when movies like Top Gun, those are basically movies that you always think of as just sheer ridiculous entertainment, but then they're taken seriously enough in these moments. And any chance to see Angela Bassett's guns that are an inspiration for anybody who ever goes to a gym, men and women included, give me Bassett.
That's super fair. Wow, we're really on the same page here. I'm a huge Marvel fan, so I'm going to pick Angela Bassett as who I hope wins.
Yeah.
I like the movie. I do think though, Jamie Lee Curtis has been so good for so long. She's actually never won an Oscar, which
I
is
can see that.
You're like really good. It's like the Charles Barkley, like never won an Oscar, kind of all time player, but not like not in the conversation for like best of all time. So no like Leo DiCaprio kind of situation there.
She's consistently solid. But
and just I think she's gonna win.
Oh,
like
I
think it just I think they get to that point where they're like, okay, this is enough of this.
I'll take it. If that happens, I'll take it. I'll be happy.
So there are a couple other categories. Again, if you want to get for the other categories, we're not going to go through them in this episode, but the Oscar expert goes through them on his videos, which you can find the full playlist on our YouTube page. Also, you can see on his YouTube page. We have one other tiebreaker I am going to ask you, though, because it is the movie that is nominated for everything, everywhere, all at once, nominated for 11 different Oscars. Our final question, what is the total number of Oscars they will win without going over? I'll read all the categories for you so you have them all in mind. Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actress, Best Supporting Actor, Supporting Actress times 2, Original Screenplay, Costume Design, Film Editing, Score, and Best Song.
I'm going to say, that's a lot. Music's in there twice. I'm going to go with 8. The number 8 feels right. It's still a solid night, lots of time to celebrate, but not you don't get a sweep, not a full.
This is really awkward because I was about to say 8.
Stop popping.
I'm gonna pull a classic like Price is Right here. I'm gonna go with 9.
Well, that's fair. Oh, you went high though. All right.
I'll go a little higher. I'll take a little more of a risk if we get to like 10 or 9.
If it comes down to that tiebreaker, that's insane. But yes, I feel good about my pick. Thank you.
I feel like song or like I think Costume Design, it really could. I'm off the top of my head, admittedly don't know if All Quiet on the Western Front is there. But like that was that's like a war movie in the mud.
Yeah, to me that feels like a lot bigger. That's why that's the one I don't think they get costume. I don't. By the way, basing this on absolutely nothing. That's how weird this whole thing is. I have no idea, but I'm basing it on.
We go on vibes.
What I've seen. Fair enough.
We go strictly on vibes and just how many movies have been downloaded. Maybe watched a little bit, but not in its entirety. Michelle, really appreciate it. Stay tuned. Next week, we're going to have our March Madness bracket, but we're not going to be doing it on quality of teams. We're going to be doing it, again, on vibes. It's going to be mascot vibes. So stay tuned for that. Michelle, as always, really appreciate you joining the show.
Thanks, sir.